Sarvan Bohrani hasn't slept much since the news broke.
I was so overwhelmed with all those emotions that I cried out of happiness, out of excitement.
Bohrani was among many Iranian Canadians celebrating the death of Ayatollah Khamenei. She called it long overdue, especially after years of violent crackdowns on protesters inside Iran.
All of my soul, my heart, all of my personality, everything about me is still there because I have this deep sympathy for my people.
For weeks, Iranian communities across Canada had been rallying, calling on the U.S. to intervene. Then over the weekend, a joint U.S.-Israeli strike hit targets inside Iran.
My family members and all of us consider this as a humanitarian intervention. And it is not the war against the people of Iran, it is the war against the Islamic Republic.
While some celebrate, analysts argue the bigger picture is far more complicated. Robert Hewish, political science expert, says peace talks that were underway are now effectively over.
Perhaps there was a deal in the works, but it certainly wasn't one that included the intentions of Israel, who clearly, as they've been saying for the last couple of years, wanted a direct invasion of Iran. This weekend, they got exactly that.
Hewish says naval forces had been building up in the region for weeks, suggesting this was not a sudden development.
The state forces, like the Revolutionary Guard or Basij, the paramilitary group, if they start using force on those protesters, it shows that there's still strength for the regime. And in that case, we can likely expect the country to start to faction and even descend into civil war.
Bohrani, however, says for her family and friends still in Iran, the moment feels hopeful.
Although all of this sounds might be scary, but they prefer that from in comparison with remaining the Islamic Republic.
Over the weekend, Prime Minister Mark Carney voiced support for U.S. and Israel, while also reassuring Canadians this is not a war Canada will enter. Now, internationally, the United Nations has urged restraint, and many Americans have expressed opposition to another overseas conflict. Whether people support this war or not, Steph, many Iranian Canadians are watching closely, hopeful for change, but aware the future remains uncertain. Steph?
Thanks, Hafsa. CTV's Hafsa Arif reporting in the news center tonight.